So, to gain an action edge and to become more competent in the field of HR, what skills should a person develop?
So, what is the critical knowledge, be it certified knowledge or uncertified knowledge, skills and attributes that you need? Now, what I described is like the equivalent to the CFO. So, that's at the pinnacle of the HR career. And in fact, some enlightened companies now have a CHRO,
Wow.
right? Chief
Yeah.
HR Officer, right? But in order, you don't wake up one morning and be a CHRO or have all those things that I just talked about.
Right.
So where do you start?
Correct.
And I think it starts by you really caring about human beings enough that when you find yourself in a work environment, you want to influence everybody to be the best version of themselves almost. And, but the knowledge that is, you need to understand organizational structures.
Right.
You need to understand traditional organizational behaviors and how they have changed over the years and how they need to change going forward, right? So a lot of it is probably based around some psychology and neuroscience. You need to also study how HR evolves in companies, and things that are appropriate for very large companies may not be appropriate for small to medium-sized businesses.
That's very true. Very true.
And so you have to understand the environment you're working in, what the company is trying to achieve as its business objectives, and the business of the business, you know? If you're starting out in HR, you know, because typically in a large company, you may have a 6 or 7 or 8 person HR department.
Right.
Some HR departments handle payroll, and especially where there is like overtime pay, and it's not just, so they handle payroll because of the confidential nature, because they have people in there. So learning payroll practices and the laws that govern payroll would be a good skill to have. The other thing that the HR departments will do is keep the personnel files, hard copies still, I don't know why, but some laws require certain things still be kept by hard copy. So you need to be au fait with the Employees' Rights Act. That's the major piece of legislation governing HR, but there are other pieces that come into play. So you have to understand the legislation, because you should really work to be becoming the advisor to the leaders of the company.
Right.
So you don't start off advising about what you don't know about, so you go and learn the ropes. But I keep saying it is so important for the HR people working within one organization to understand the business of that business. What is critical to that business? You know, what are the skills and attributes needed for that business to really succeed? How do we help hire them in and train and develop them?
What service would you advise a person who's looking into this career as a path to study to become an HR professional?
I would actually suggest they do some accounting and business studies.
Okay.
Because you need to understand the numbers.
Right.
And be able to see how you can help influence those numbers.
Right.
Because you are in charge of the talent. It's the talent that delivers the numbers. The numbers don't deliver themselves. Right? So doing business and accounting at a secondary school level and getting a grasp of some basic things of organizational structure and how a balance sheet works and how a P&L works is a good grounding.
And then you understand the organizational structure and different types of organizations as well.
Yeah, because you want to influence. I mean, your main job is to make sure that the talent in your organization is the best it can be, and that you are finding ways to help people grow and develop and to work with a healthy attitude.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed our video.